Hello, all greetings. This is Gilles Mancier. I wanted to come by briefly today to wish you a good day. I hope you had a good time during those eclipses. That was very, very intense here. For me, I've been through a lot. There's a lot going on in terms of the energy level. We just came out of that process. Eclipse may have deep effect for during the time of the download, but it takes about 6 months to integrate all of those ecliptic energies, for it eclipsed all kinds of things from within ourselves. It is a deep internal process, and so it will affect the society at large, but it because of the internal process that it has created within ourselves, for we do want to use that to become a higher self, to connect to the higher love and light of the soul. Those who are not interested in those things will not be free, will not find liberation. It will not happen until we seek, until we aspire, until we search, we apply ourselves to discover that true essence of who we are, which is an eternal light, an eternal love, connected to an eternal source, infinite source. And so, but until we seek to discover those mystery, until we look for liberation, those who are not open to that will not find that. It is not their time. But for all those who are open to those things, it is there is a great and unprecedented opportunity for all of humanity to move into a higher realm of consciousness. Of course, it is not easy, moving from one level to another, putting thoughts into motion to be able to change our all the ways of life, but the eclipse are greatly assisting with all that. I'm going to pull out a few cards for the month of September, which will be a very powerful moving month, although I'm probably going to use this time to take a little vacation. But for now, the situation is success, so everything has been achieved. So there is no need to do anything else. For success is already there. You just got to recognize it. You cannot be anything else but success. For everything that may be failure is connected to some past ideas. For we've been trained to move into these new energies, and so the success is already present. Know it as such, and it will become, in no matter which way we look at it. Once we're sure of something, then it becomes. What comes to us through the influence is experiencing. It is the card of virtue in the traditional tarot, but here it is about connecting in a material world. It shows a lady that's connected to this tree on a deep, profound level. The idea is to detach from the external circumstances through the emotional drama's polarity level, but connect to the soul and be connected to all of life outside of us through that connection. So we have more insight, more joy, more humor and freedom to experience all life without having to judge it or judge others. For everybody's working on their cycle on some level of the law. What is before us, what we see before us, is clinging to the past. We have to let go of that past. The past is no longer there. Maybe sometimes we may need to fight in order to let it go, but if we need to do that, we want to fight against the resistance. For once we let go of all resistance, everything flows. But it is a process of resistance that brings the past back into our forefront of consciousness. But eventually, we're gonna be able to let go of that and find the great void, the great nothingness that is a true pure essence, so beyond time, beyond space, beyond matter. That there is this possibility of existence within the void, within the nothingness, where all things become possible because everything is eternally potential from within that void. What comes from the subconscious, which is deep, which below us, which in the past is a silence. So we did find the silence. We find that connection to the true spirit. We just need to work on that, clearing our mind, making our thoughts more, singing good thoughts always, but always to try to seek to find silence. For within silence there is countless reality that can reveal themselves. The situation that is passing, is compromise. For there is certain compromise that are acceptable for a time, but we cannot compromise ourselves deeply, otherwise we suffer for the compromise we make. The idea of that compromise is that we want to let go of the drama, allow people to believe whatever they want to believe, do not push them to the bitter end to prove you're right, let them go, let them be, and just be happy, even if you couldn't prove whatever you wanted to prove to anybody else. Although the truth is is something that needs to be revealed. So there is a chance that we need to take with everybody to try to bring out a new truth, to open their mind, and if necessary do like Socrates. If you do not have anything to bring to them, just show them that whatever they believe is not really that real, and something else will come up from within themselves. The situation that is coming up in the near future is integration. We're going to be able to integrate all those energies of the eclipse, but they're multi-dimensional energy. They're coming from a true self. They are higher light, higher frequency. The more secure we are in this knowledge, the faster it comes, and the more anchor it can become within ourselves. As we move forward, we retrieve all kinds of psychic senses and sensibilities and understanding and wisdom. For in this situation, we are courage. We are. This card represents the heart. It is the strength. It is the force of will, the force to love, the power to love and to experience love in its most powerful, most profound aspect. That can mean spiritual love, but also material love. All love is only one love in truth, in essence, but there are different degrees and octaves of vibration within love. And so that is who we are. It is our nature to be loved, to experience love, to share love. What comes to us from the outside world is postponements, which means delays. The idea is that since it comes from the outside world, it just requires some patience. But in essence, the postponement means that it's better to act today than having to wait for some future undetermined time to do something when we think this, whatever it is important. But very soon after the postponement will come abundance from the outside world, this great abundance. We are moving, we are changing our whole paradigm of existence from fear, separation and lack to love, unity and abundance. It is very difficult to allow ourselves to know ourselves as a fully abundant being on all levels, to understand, to be grateful for your fulfillment on all levels, mental, emotional, spiritual, material, financial. All those parts need to be fulfilled within yourself to be able to find your place, to find your right place in the right in order to fulfill also your spiritual mission. It starts by being able to receive from the universe everything we need to be so that we can have gratitude in our ways, and we can move forward with greater ease. What is in our inner emotion is projection. So we do not see the truth yet. We have projections, we have ideas of the truth, which is okay, but it's not good to project too much. It's better to allow the truth to reveal itself very slowly, very progressively, and then once we do that, we find patience. For patience is the rewards of patience is patience. When we are patient, we are not in a hurry to do anything. We can stay within the void patiently, and things reveal themselves in the right time. For the more patience we have, the less hurry we are, the faster things go as well. And the key and the outcome of that is sincerity. Here is called politics. So it is it's like a snake that's hiding itself behind a mask, and so there are beings within this sphere of Earth that are not really human beings. They are disguised as human beings, but they have mastered the control. They've been called from the world, and so that's what Thoth explained. And you can actually find that in this card in Osho. Is that those snakes from below have taken human form, but if you know them, if you know their names, they will be unmasked and they will go back to the underworld where they belong, you know. And so the humankind will be free. So you have to learn to see behind the mask. We all have to wear masks until we discover our true self. Then we can be ourselves. But do not judge necessarily people for wearing masks, but always see what's behind the mask, so you do not get deceived or even surprised if something. So you want to be as lucid as possible. So your expectations are realistic in relationship to people and situation. What is about the compromise? To go back a little bit to the compromise, that is now we have to let go. It is the hangman. It is the kind of a new vision. Something new has to happen for that. And the integration will come. But as we let go of that, we find the lovers. So there is a great potential for deep, powerful relationships, loving, romantic relationship, or deepening of ongoing relationship. But it's a very powerful time for romance and being open to meeting, to making new relationships. in a sense, for the card of politics here, that was the outcome. Once we get clarity in relationship to that, we attune to our own sincerity. We attend our own, because it's not a matter of judging others. It's about attending our own, cleaning up our own house, so to speak. Before we can do anything useful, we need to align ourselves, and for that we need to find control. We need to control those parts of us that are out of control, and sometimes it's good to allow things to be out of control. We have to let them go. In a sense, we have to the control we have to let go is kind of subtle, but it is the resistance. We're controlling the resistance in order to we are holding on to all kinds of resistance. If we could just allow ourselves to let go of all resistance, there would be no need for control, for all things are returning to divine order really quickly. The thing is, what we are afraid is stress, because we are undertaking maybe too many things. We are putting too much pressure on ourselves, and so it is important to let go of the stress, let go of the pressure. Stress, from a biochemical standpoint, stress is carbon monoxide that's been stuck in the brain, in the lungs, and so there is a lack of oxygen, and so there is a lack of lucidity. So taking 2 or 3 deep breaths can always positive your body, bring oxygen into it. It puts oxygen will fuel the light of the soul. If you have this light of the soul activated within yourself, every time you breathe, the flame is being activated even more by that. So the idea is to let go of all stress, that all those there is no need to fulfill anybody's expectation. The only expectation you should be concerned with is your own happiness, your well-being, so you can serve life and be happy and fulfill and grateful for every moment of your life. And all of this is coming if we've been working towards that. Because the next level, once we let go of stress, there is ripeness. The fruits are ready. They're gonna fall into the ground. So there will be great rewards for the much work that everybody is doing. All the positive, the act to improve our character, to improve our compassion, to improve our lucidity. Everything has great meaning to the planet, great meaning to the whole of humanity, even if they're not conscious of that. And there's also great meaning for the galaxy. Even there's all kinds of things that are happening beyond our consciousness level. Just to say that everything is important, everything has meaning, and we are very, very important. Everyone who's conscious of that potential of ascension, who's working for the light, who's working for revealing the truth, is very, very important. And the more we are able to participate, the more we are able to receive from the universe as well. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I send you my love and blessings, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.